On May 18th, 2011, at 8:30 in the morning, my phone rang. I answered it and said, "Hello, this is Kevin Skellett." The person on the other end identified themselves as a local police detective. He said, "Hello, Mr. Skellett. We need to meet with you this morning." I asked, "What's it in reference to?" He said, "We can talk about it when we arrive," he said. "Did I do something wrong?" I asked. Finally, he said, "It's in reference to your son, Mark. We'll be there soon," and he hung up. My first thought was, well, what has Mark done now? Mark had just turned 21, and he's my son that needs that little extra grace. So I called his phone to see what was happening, but his phone went directly to his message. So I sat down and thought about the situation. Why did the police call? If Mark was hurt or in an accident, they would have told me where he was or what hospital he was going to. If Mark was arrested, Mark would be calling and not the police. The only other option I could think of, I didn't really like. That's when I reached out for help. I put my hands together, I bowed my head, and I prayed. "Father, my son is dead." God immediately responded in my mind and said, "My son died too. I know exactly how you feel." And after a short pause, he continued, "By the way, he's not your son." This confused me, and as I was trying to wrap my head around it, he said, "He's my son. I gave him to you." The only response I could think of was, "Thank you, Father, for the time you gave me with Mark." When the police arrived, they confirmed my fears and told me that Mark had taken his life. The Apostle Paul wrote, "Be thankful in all circumstances, for this is God's will for you." God taught me this powerful lesson, and he showed me that I could be thankful even on the very worst day of my life. Thank you, Father, for the time you gave me with Mark.